Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and happy Friday to you all. Hopefully your week is wrapping up nicely. A happy December to you all. Can you believe it is December 1st already? Wild times indeed. Today's a bit of a celebratory day for me because I finished filling out my PhD application today. So I am going to celebrate with a little bit of ATEEZ one time. Ain't this brilliant? This is going to be so much fun. I love ATEEZ to bits. They're always such a hoot. And the music is absolutely incredible. This year for ATEEZ, well, I forgot what the album was called, but Bouncy Era was something else. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and the fact that we got one more release before the end of the year makes me so happy indeed. So, what we're gonna do, check out the title track, Crazy Form, here, and then we're probably gonna end up having 2 album listens just because this is a 12-track studio-length album, which I believe may be tied, if not the longest album I listened to on the channel. I think the next longest would have been Code Kunst's album that we did in like March or something, whenever that dropped. But yes, of course, this is ATEEZ we're talking about here. Of course, we're doing an album listen, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. But first, we have the title track to get through, so let's get into that sharpish one time. DJ! Roll the intro. Righto. Oh, I actually do have one admin thing I want to ask before we start. I did a little year-end awards thing last year. I think I made it and had it ready to go Christmas Eve or something like that, because I went on vacation from Christmas to New Year's. But of course, ATEEZ dropped Halazia in between, or while I was on break, meaning that song didn't make my list last year. Do I add it into this year's? Because I really liked Halazia, even though that's technically a song that released, it was like the 28th or 29th of December last year. Do I add it into this year's lineup since it didn't get a chance to make it into the 2022 one? Or do I just add it as part of like an honorary mentions list? Because there's a couple of places where that could make it onto the list. Do let me know, because, I mean, ultimately, it is my video and stuff, but, I mean, ATEEZ are probably the best people to ask, considering, you know, it's y'all's group and things like that. So, do let me know what I should do about Halazia, because nothing against Bouncy. Halazia for me still is the title track that's like living rent-free for me. And if I include it as part of the 2023 list, I do prefer Halazia over Bouncy. Not to say I don't like Bouncy, because Bouncy is a trip. But yeah, do let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback. But let's go! Oh, I know 3 things. Songho's gonna eat, Jongho's bridge is crazy, and the song is differently dangerous. Unche Star Diary, San and Jongho were on it, and it was brilliant. It was a great episode.
Get up. Get up.
Do I have to? I'm not gonna fit in frame though. Oh, hello, you know, with the head voice flip. Early Mingy verse? Good God, Mingy. Oh. Early Mingy verse, and he ate that. No fix on though. Build. Oh. Oh. Jongho. That drop, why did that go so hard? Whew. Breathe. I need to remember to breathe. Not gonna lie, I was fully preparing myself for really low vocal Yosung there. Hey, the hung giggle. I love that quick flow. It drives the song forward really well. That transition, like that drop from the pre-chorus to the chorus is so quiet. And then it just, you feel everything. Whoa! Oh shit, where's this gonna go? Nice to see that ATEEZ have brought another finale chorus where it looks like they're about to dislocate every single joint and limb in their body. Damn. I feel bad for the stage that they're gonna perform on. Oh. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, I have no idea about ATEEZ lore, so this is all whoosh. I definitely didn't forget what I was going to say, so I just made incomprehensible noises there, but that's a little bit of the ATEEZ magic right there. It's heavy, it's loud, it's in your face, it's crazy form. I can understand the title now. That is crazy. Wow. And it feels like, I don't know, there's certain elements in it that is just so nostalgic ATEEZ for me. Like you get the hong giggle, you get the general high notes, you get the strangely smooth Songhwa voice. Like, I don't know what it is about Songhwa's voice recently, but it's like my ears have started to pick up on his tone a little bit more, and he's just so smooth and pretty with it. On such an intense song too, it's just, his voice comes through so cleanly, and I love it to bits. Now this song though, I can understand why it was described as being a little bit differently dangerous, because, wow, I mean, they've taken the intensity thing and really spun it in a way that's very tasty indeed. Hold on, we're gonna go again. Skip the intro card.
Get up. Get up. Get up.
That Hongjung opening is so misleading, because it's like, there's a beat there, and you kind of start feeling it, but it's really subtle. And you just know, he's saying, get up, get up. And that's all he's telling you to do, is just get up. It's like, I think it's just part of the song, but in reality, it's Hongjung telling you, prepare thine buttocks, this is going to be a time. And frankly, if you don't stand up, you're gonna be like, and if you're just sitting, you're gonna be pushed back, chair included, with how powerful this song is. I love that.
Get up.
I would be standing up if I had a standing desk, but if I do, you're just gonna be seeing like torso down, and I don't think that's a very flattering camera angle, so I'll save you from that. That head voice flip is very nice. It's so clean. Mingi has absolutely no business coming in like this unannounced. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Go again. We did get a fix on. I missed it earlier. Yes, there is a fix on in there. I take back my statement. Thank you, Mr. Mingy. You did come in announced. That is a long Mingy verse, though, I feel like. I don't know why it feels like a long Mingy verse, but I love it. I love how there's so much sustenance to it, and it's just, you know, Mingy's gonna do Mingy things, and he really was allowed to do Mingy things. Thank you, the music team, who I'm guessing is the Edenary team. Oh, I mean, we'll look into it once we get around to the album listen, but thank you, music team. Brother! Brother! I love this pre-chorus so much. It's the fact that in the beginning, when you have, you know, Woo Young and, you know, especially for this, or particularly in this first verse, it's kind of low and imposing. You've got that drum beat that's building, and you know it's building just because when you listen to it, you can kind of feel the energy building slowly but surely. It's not to the point where they have to like add intensity to it, but you just feel it naturally start to like bubble up. But the vocal's pretty low. It's a little bit like unimposing. It just kind of, you know, that song's just dropped off only for it to build back up again. But then and it's the fact that Jongho is allowed to bring to an end that pre-chorus in complete musical silence just makes this drop feel so much heavier. It's so cleverly done too. Because then you really feel that punch of that drop. San and Songhwa, on that chorus, for as heavy of a chorus as that is, are so smooth vocally, and yet it works. Like, typically when you have a song that's really heavy like this, you kind of almost expect the vocal part to have that intensity, that kind of roughness to it. Nah, San and Songhwa, very nice and smooth with it, but in a way where it feels perfect for this type of chorus. I love how well that's done. I want to get the Hong's verse. That's crazy to think about, that this is probably the highest Yeosang verse on a title track we've gotten in a hot minute. Because I'm thinking back to Halazia's low pre-chorus of his. You know, like that. And then I'm pretty sure in Bouncy, he also had a fairly low vocal part. So it's kind of nice to hear his higher voice a little bit. Even though it's got the auto-tune on it, I don't really mind it. Oh, these two are back. And then Has Hongjung figured out the technique to circular breathing while he's rapping? Because that's the only explanation I have on how much he raps in like one go. There's no break in there. And once we do get to the break, it's the trademark Hongjung giggle. And it's like, little call and response action going. The fact that it's like, you know, Hongjung's verse is kind of like you have side A and side B, where it's just that first half is going and it's going and it's going and it's going and it's going, and it feels like it goes on forever just because it's like the one take, so to speak. It's I don't know if it's taken in one go or if it's multiple takes kind of stitched together. We'll figure that out in the behind the scenes recording part of it. But it just feels like it goes on forever and ever and ever. And then to break it up, he throws in the giggle. How dare he? How dare he use the giggle as a composition tool? I mean that sarcastically. I love the fact that he broke it up with the giggle. Because it's almost like that giggle is prompting the second half of the verse, which is almost in an entirely different flow, right? Like the attitude to it, the approach to it is different. Ooh. Now, one last point. The bridge. God, that smirk too. Am I the only person that wishes they held the woe for a little bit longer? Like, just a little bit longer. Like, I kind of, you know, I love a Jungho high note. I really do. I just wish that woe just like was held a little bit longer. Maybe it rang out. It cut the song entirely, you know, into the musical silence, let it dissipate, and then bring the drop. I feel like that would have been kind of cool. I'm not gonna complain though, or at least not too much. This little like interlude section caught me so off guard because I thought this was how they were gonna bring the chorus, the final chorus around, kind of like what YG like to do with their final choruses. Just get that extra beat going on. And I know ATEEZ have done different choruses in the past. Like my brain goes to that like drum and bass type beat that we got at the end of Halazia. So it's not like ATEEZ haven't done that before. I wasn't expecting this to be like a standalone interlude though, but this might be my favorite part of the song. Just because it's like, it's such a clever way to build that final release because it just keeps going. Like this song is already at a really high level, but that build just cap it. And then of course, you know, the intensity. I swear to God, like how do they not like dislocate every single limb when they do choreo like this? Like the intensity of their choreo is insane. I can understand why freaking song goes through like 3 ear-mounted microphones a comeback. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hello, yes, this may have been one of the longest MV reactions I've made in one language purely because, my goodness, there's so much to talk about in this. Oh, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's an ATEEZ comeback. What else do you expect? It's so much fun. It's so loud and it's so bouncy. I mean, no, last era was bouncy. This is crazy. It's intense. It's loud. It's got everything you want from an ATEEZ track, and I could not be happier by it. And I've said this a lot this year, but if this is the level of the title track, how good are the B-sides going to be on it? Well, one way to find out. We're going to do the album listen. I'm going to get started on it here in a few minutes after I get a glass of water because my throat is parched from all the talking I've done up until this point. So keep your eyes peeled for that if it isn't out already. Again, we're probably going to do it in 2 parts just because this is a 12-track album and that's a lot of music to get through. So I'll figure that out and, well, it'll go out when it goes out. But if you're interested, again, keep your eyes peeled for that. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me to say let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.